Well, as the conflict in the Middle East intensifies, President Trump is signaling he could have a say in shaping Iran's future leadership.
CBS LA's Rachel Kim live in the newsroom with the latest developments in the war with Iran. Rachel?
Juan and Amy, President Trump said today the U.S. military is far ahead of schedule in the war against Iran, as Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth signaled that the war will soon escalate. Hegseth said the U.S. has no shortage of munitions. His comments come after President Trump has already indicated that a big wave of U.S. strikes has yet to come.
President Trump says he expects to have a role in choosing Iran's next leader, according to new interviews with Axios and Reuters. He added that the son of the late Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, was an unacceptable choice, but he did not offer an alternative. While President Trump hosted the Inter-Miami soccer champs at the White House Thursday, he quickly turned his focus to the Middle East, claiming a massive degradation of Iranian military assets.
We're destroying more of Iran's missiles and drone capability every single hour, knocking them out like nobody thought was possible. As soon as they set off a missile, within 4 minutes, the launcher gets hit. They don't know what's happening. But we have the greatest military anywhere in the world. Their Navy is gone.
U.S. and Israeli forces hammered Iran for a sixth day, including an attack on a stadium in Tehran. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and the head of U.S. Central Command, Admiral Brad Cooper, briefed reporters on the military operation. Cooper said the U.S.'s combat power is building, while Iranian combat power is declining.
In just the last 72 hours, America's bomber force has struck nearly 200 targets deep inside of Iran, including around Tehran. And in just the last hour, U.S. B-2 bombers dropped dozens of 2,000-pound penetrator bombs targeting deeply buried ballistic missile launchers. Notably, we have also struck Iran's equivalent of Space Command, which degrades their ability to threaten Americans.
Meantime, Iran expanded its retaliatory attacks.
It is the right and responsibility of Iran to defend its nation against this blatant act of aggression.
And in Washington today, the House narrowly rejected a war powers resolution that could have halted the campaign against Iran. The Senate defeated a similar measure along party lines Wednesday. Juan, back to you.
Okay, Rachel, thank you. Economic uncertainty amidst the war with Iran taking a toll on Wall Street. Today, the Dow tumbled nearly 800 points. In fact, all the major markets closed in the red today. Meanwhile, oil prices spiked to more than $80 a barrel. That's the highest price since the summer of 2024.
Be sure to stay with CBS LA and CBSLA.com as we continue to follow the latest developments on the conflict. Ahead at 4:30, the challenges facing Americans who are trying to evacuate war zones.